Welcome to Brown's Rod and Custom, your home for street rods, muscle cars, and Volkswagen content. This is my dad, Big Ron. He's our body man and fabricator. This is my beautiful wife, Megan, our editor-in-chief and supporter. And this is me, Adam, the designer and mechanic for our projects. If you find our videos helpful, like and subscribe for more content.
Hey guys, welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Happy Monday. It's September 8th and we are working on Dad's 1940 Ford. So we're doing some wiring stuff. It's not sexy, but we're going to show you. We fixed the power trunk. It goes up and down with the switch now. The switch came in from Yogi's, so that was exciting. So I'll show you this here. So this is Yogi's. You're looking, that's their address and phone numbers. That's their website. These guys are awesome, okay? I mean, anything you have, they probably sell it, okay? So if you're looking for a good source for street rod, muscle car, truck parts, Yogi's gonna be a good idea. So they sent us the absolutely exact same switch, which is amazing, being I didn't show them a picture. And now we have the power trunk going up and down, so that's good. Now the next thing we're doing is Ron had pre-ran a wire. It's that white one hanging down right there by the window, you see it. We got the steering column bungeed up so I can get in here. We found it. Now I got to climb in here on my head and see where it goes into the fuse block, because it's just live. So we got 12 volts to it for sure all the time. So we got to figure that out. But that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to figure that out, and then we can hook from that white wire and run on back for the power brakes. Or not power brakes, the third brake light. So that's what we're going to figure out here. Once we get that figured out, the next step is to do the windshield, but that won't be today because it looks like it's going to pour. But definitely something we might start thinking about here in the next few days. So that's where we're at here. It's been kind of a crazy day. Haven't done anything to the truck. We've been grocery shopping, running people all over the place, that kind of deal. So I'm going to attempt in a little bit, if I have enough time, to continue on my door jamb over here, get another skim all metal on a couple spots, and kind of go from there. But really kind of the day got away from us. But you know, we have food in the house, we're not going to starve, so that's good. So yeah, it's the little things, right? But anywho's, that's what we're doing. That switch came in, and you know how we are. We saw it and went, let's throw it in, and we put it in and it didn't work. And found out one of our grounds was loose. We finished tightening up the ground, and then it started working. So kind of cool. But that's what we're doing right now, boys. Just working on the 40. I'll come to you in a little bit and let you know if we figure out this this wiring debacle here, and we'll just keep putting these together. So we love this car. It's actually really well done. The way he did this, everything unplugs. He put all those waterproof connections on them and stuff, so everything literally just unplugs. It's not sit here for 18 hours. It's like unhooking a new car, which is great. You did good, Ron. So anyways, I'm gonna get off here and get up under the dash there and figure this out, and I'll be right back, guys. Stay tuned. If you're watching this, please like and subscribe. All right, guys, let me show you what we did here. Took a little tracing, but we figured out what we did. So this wire comes off the fuse panel. On accessory, it's a hot, okay? Now, that was tied into this harness here, right here, that comes through, goes, see the red and orange there, right there? That wire goes up and around into this hose, which goes up, back, into there, okay? So, what had happened is Ron hooked this white wire to the orange wire somewhere in here. Okay, back in the day when he ran the harness. But we had a constant 12 volts at that wire, hooked right into the fuse panel. What we needed was this wire here, this blue one, okay, goes over here to the brake light switch right there. You see the blue wire on the brake light switch? Let's see if I can get that to zoom in. Blue wire right there, okay, light blue. For whatever reason, the thing won't focus. Anyway, that wire comes over to here. This is this wire, okay? I needed to hook that orange wire that runs up and around. Hooked it in here. I heat shrinked it with the blue so I know what it's a brake light wire, and hooked it to this wire. So now this wire goes from the brake light switch all the way through this harness, okay? All the way through, up and through, up and up and up and up and up to there, okay, to the end of the white wire. Now I just took and added that red wire, connected to there and ran it back, and you can see it kind of spooled up back there. So now we have the wire we need for the third brake light. So that's huge. So that was problem number one. Problem number two was the power trunk, which we got working. Actually, I want Ron here in a minute to demonstrate that for you, so you guys know what that looks like. And now we have fixed our wiring problems, I believe, on the 40. So now all we got to do.
You ready?
Yeah. I think I got the battery off underneath. We got a kill switch under this. I wanted to make sure I wasn't cutting wires live. Not that it would really hurt me or anything, but still. Here we go. Fuel pump.
You good?
Got brake lights. Yeah, do the trunk. Power trunk. Take it back up. There you go, boys. It's a little slow because the car's not running. Hey, fire it up for me. It needs to run anyway. So yeah. So now we got a power trunk. You guys hear this thing running. You can also hear, listen in here. It's loud in the cab, but you can still hear that humming noise. That's the damn fuel pump. We're gonna fix that. So we're gonna put a mechanical fuel pump on here, I think. Get a good one and put it on. Buy the little rod and throw it in here. We got a pressure regulator and everything. It's just stupid. You can hear it right now. Hear that? You guys hear that? It's incredibly annoying. So, where are we at here? Trunk's fixed now. Wiring's fixed. Wiring is back here now to run the third brake light. So, next thing we'll do is put the third brake light in here, flush mount the third brake light. We'll bring you along for that, show you how to do it. And then we'll go ahead and remove this windshield and put the one we have in the other room in. We have a factory two-piece that we'll put in here. It's tinted, but a factory tinted two-piece windshield with the new seal, with the stainless steel bar that goes down the front, all of that. We have all that. And that'll get that done. But once we pull this window out, we want to jam it in black around the windshield, so that when we paint it, we don't have to pull the windshield back out, right? So we're gonna do that probably sooner than later. And yeah, so you guys kind of see what we got going here. Big Ron's pretty happy. His baby's getting work done. We were so behind the 8 ball today that it was just silly to even start over here. And when the power trunk switch showed up from Yogi's, we were like, we gotta put it in, right? You know, I mean, like, we could sand on the car, but, you know. So we ended up doing this, which we're really happy about. We like this. It fixed a lot of problems today. And from electrically, we're looking pretty good. So once we get the windshield in and get it jammed in, we can put the dash back in it and hook all that back up, and it just plugs in. It takes nothing flat to do that. I love this car. That's a 350 2-bolt main with I think we bumped the compression to basically 10-to-1 compression, new pistons, reconditioned the rods, turned the crank, new bearings, ARP rod bolts, ARP head studs. It's got the 350 horse cam that used to be, it's a comp cam, but it's basically almost a direct copy of the old Corvette cam. And it's got the 461 heads on it, so they're the 194 whatever valves, not 202s, but they're the one step down from it. Came off a 327, so they're the double hump heads, 461s, and camel hump, whatever you want to call them. And man, it's just fun to drive. Tons of power, super responsive, rips the tires off, does all the things you want it to do. Cruise is good, you know, really happy, and it runs super cool. This car does not get hot. It sits right around 180, 190 and does not budge. You know, does not have a crazy water pump and shit. It's got a Champion radiator in it with electric fan, small electric fan, and I think it's, did we put a chrome water pump on this? Did we put a chrome water pump on it? Yeah, it's got a chrome water pump. I couldn't remember if we did chrome or just bought a high flow water pump, but it's got a chrome high flow water pump on it. Edelbrock RPM intake and 4-barrel with Edelbrock ABS2. I believe it's a 650 or something like that CFM. Car runs great. So set of shorty headers, block hugger headers. It's beautiful. I love it. Anyway, guys, that's where we're at here. We're gonna wrap it up because we are literally about to get wet, and it's spitting rain. We're gonna shut everything down, and tomorrow you can absolutely expect us to be right there. We're gonna just go all day on this truck, bodywork wise, and just try to get this thing dialed in. And our goal tomorrow is to finish the interior, finish this, okay, the door jambs, the best we can get them, and then go ahead from there and basically prepping it for primer. That's what we're gonna do. So hopefully by the end of the day tomorrow or the next day, so end of the day Tuesday or Wednesday morning, we'll be priming. And we'll bring all that to you guys. We're gonna prime the firewall, door jambs, this area here, the interior. We'll spot the back of the cab, and at some point I'm gonna have to take the bed back apart. I'm gonna leave these, but I gotta be able to get to the back of the cab to bodywork it. So we'll probably pull this stuff off, set it over there, and at some point and finish up the back of the cab and get that to where we can heavy prime it and block it. But really turning a corner. When we prime this, I know it looks kind of half shitty right now, but when we prime it, it's gonna look incredible. So a lot of this body work is like 95% where it needs to be. So stay tuned for all that, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I know today was a little different. We weren't on the Apache, but we were on a hot rod working on a 40 Ford. And that she's important too, damn it. So today was a big step. This was the technical stuff that needed to be done. The rest of this is basically just doing it, just labor. This piece was, you know, it took a little thinking and tracing and tracking her down. So I want to thank my Volkswagen thing for making me half decent at wiring and testing in the 3 months that I wired this Volkswagen. I learned a lot. That helped us right over here. So, you know, yeah. Anywho's, guys. Guys, have yourself a great night. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. We're going to have a beer. You want a beer? You do. We're going to have a beer and just call it a night. See you guys in the morning. for more 1958 Chevy Apache.